It's time for Let's Test It.
All right, guys, today we're going to test out this orbital pop rivet gun. Pop rivets are great for attaching two things together permanently, especially when they're different materials. So let's give this one a test. Now, this comes with a bunch of different size rivets and of course different size heads depending on the shaft size of the rivet that you're working with. So that's important there. So today we're going to go ahead and use these right here with a 4.8 millimeter. That's a good solid size for this. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some leather and let's attach it here to the sheet metal and see how well this does. First off, we'll drill a hole. All right, we got that. I'm going to load this in the pop rivet gun. We're going to push this through here. So that way we can get that through the hole here. I'm going to set this over one of these little openings here. I've got a little recess that I could do this pop rivet with. Let's see how we do. Now we're just going to crimp this down. Then it pops off. Let's see how that works. Yeah, that is on there. That is not going anywhere. All right, what a pop rivet gun does is when it pulls through, it creates this mushroom on the back, so it just tightens that whole thing together. Next up, let's try some sheet metal and try putting two pieces together that way. I'll drill two holes and do two pop rivets. We'll see how well that holds up. All right, let's get this pop riveted together. See how it does on two pieces of sheet metal. Let's get this lined up first. Let that guide it. That is nice and strong. Look at that. That is not going anywhere. Now let's try something I haven't tried before. Let's try some wood. All right, let's try doing some wood here. Push through the hole, get that locked in, let's see what happens. Wow, that did work. Not too bad, I actually could do plywood, that's cool. Hadn't tried that before, that's new. This thing's pretty cool. I'm gonna give this 3 out of 5 stars only because it does like to jam up a little bit. But for the price, it's not too bad. All right, guys, today we're going to test this Magweld 5-piece telescoping pickup tool set. That's a lot to say, but this thing kind of looks pretty cool. So we've got what looks like a flashlight here, but it does have a nice little LED light on it. But I like this telescoping thing. Pretty cool. Not too bad. If I need to get around, see stuff, not bad for the toolbox. And it's pretty sturdy. I do like that. Folds back in that way, and then it's got a magnet on the back side. Actually, that's pretty good. Let's see how much it'll actually pick up. Wow, grabs that bit. Let's see if it'll grab this hinge. That's a lot solid, impressive. That's a cool little tool just by itself. Now, of course, this is one of my favorite tools to have because you drop that little screw someplace and it's down in between something. Maybe it's in the car, behind the seat. Does pretty good. It's a lot to ask of this. But hey, it's a solid little magnet. I'm impressed. Of course, anytime you drop that bit in behind something, down through a deck you're working on, this could be a really cool thing to have in the toolbox. Now, they've got this mirror, which I love. This thing here, it's got a little LED light on it that's really cool. And then I can telescope out. So I could be over here looking, trying to find something, working on it there, and giving a little light on the subject. So that's pretty impressive. Not too heavy either, but I think that's kind of cool to be able to do any kind of inspections. And you've got light from the backside, which is hard, because if you're holding the flashlight here, you can't see what you're working with. So that's another cool little handy tool. And of course, you've got just a regular mirror here. This is pretty handy too to see what's on the backside of something. And of course, if you're trying to look up underneath. Pretty impressive. All right, guys, this gives you a ton of options if you drop something or if you're trying to do some inspections. This is 5 stars. This is something that goes in my toolbox.